Inheritance, Part 2. Sunny took out the pan of burnt unicorn cupcakes after the smoke seeping out of the oven was making her cough. The recipe wasn't quite how she remembered it. There was nothing ever written down. There was no need to write anything down. When she was little, Dad told her, "Add the eggs." And then, "Add the sugar." "No, just a little. Now that's too much. Here, add some flour to make up for it." The only essential ingredient must have been Dad. The door opened. Sunny's head shot up, almost as if expecting to see... "Hey, Sunny." Hitch came in instead, bringing the last batch of painting supplies. She turned to Hitch, who was washing up in the laundry sink.
"Thanks for helping me repaint the front door, Hitch."
She gestured to the blackened cupcakes.
"I'd offer you one, but I think these are too burnt. I don't even want to frost them."
Hitch grabbed one from the muffin pan and took a bite. He politely put it back, one small morsel bitten out of it. Well, when was the last time you finished the hardwood?" he asked.
I don't remember.
"The floor's in real bad shape, Sonny. You can get a splinter. The salt air here wreaks havoc on wood floors, even inside. That's why you need to lacquer it."
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. Here's some slippers. They were Dad's, but I think they're about your size.
He slipped them on. They actually did fit him well. Even though Hitch was only 2 years older than her, he seemed at least a decade more mature, especially in his sheriff's voice. It was much more demanding or assertive compared to the voice she remembered when they were young. It was a voice she could trust. An honest voice. A voice made to keep Maritime Bay out of trouble. A voice to keep her out of trouble. Sunny liked Hitch's sheriff's voice. It gave her warm shivers. "And when was the last time that rope lift inside got an inspection? You know you need yearly inspections, or else I'll have to give you a hefty fine."
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
She'd been repeating those words like a mantra.
You know so much about how to maintain a house.
Sunny said, another mantra. "Well, I've been working on the new house I just bought in the city. I could have gotten something more pricey, but I wanted to be able to pay off my mortgage sooner." A 2-bed townhouse in a new subdivision. He showed her photos of the place, each block filled with 2 rows of 10 identical brown EIFS boxes. Sunny had to ask Hitch to point out which one of the boxes was his. "And here's the interior. The HOA board doesn't let us do much with the outside, but inside, I've put some of my personal touch, you see. Like that sofa. I got it online. Doesn't it look comfy?"
That's cozy.
The only good thing she could say about it. There was a little clattering sound in the basement that distracted them. "Sonny, did you get your furnace serviced this year? You should do it before the winter starts."
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
How many times has she already said that this afternoon? How many things was on her list of things to do? All of a sudden then, Sunny's head went giddy, and then she staggered to a corner in the giant living room, and then she started crying. The floorboards creaked as Hitch cautiously approached. "Are you okay?"
Don't talk to me.
She spoke to her belly. "Okay." Silence.
If Hitch stopped telling me things, the list wouldn't get any bigger. Service furnace, elevator inspection, finish hardwood, repaint beyond the front door, redo cupcakes. Service furnace, elevator inspection, finish hardwood, repaint beyond the front door, redo cupcakes. Service furnace, elevator inspection, finish hardwood, repaint beyond the front door, redo cupcakes.
The list still got bigger anyway. Hitch talked. "Look, Sonny, it was already way too big of a place for just you and your dad. And now it's just unmanageable. Even you and I can barely fix this place up." She hated Hitch's sheriff's voice.
You think I can't do it, Hitch?
"I'm not saying that. It's just... I want you to understand how much effort you'll need to put in if you want to keep living here by yourself. I'll help you as much as I can, but I'm pretty busy at the sheriff's office, and I can't stop by all the time."
Sorry. Have a unicorn
She stopped herself. Whenever there was tension in the room, she'd offer a unicorn cupcake. It was like her default. And it worked most of the time. Food always seemed to ease tensions. Except burnt cupcakes. She took one of the unfrosted unicorn cupcakes for herself. It really did taste burnt. Like cremated ashes. Maybe it's time you thought again about selling this place. That's what every pony does after their family members die. You could sell and then get any 1 or 2 bed cottage or apartment you want in Maritime Bay. Easy to clean, close to every pony else. I know some newly built houses in my neighborhood are still up for sale. We could be neighbors. Just like old times. Sunny wanted to tell him, no, it won't. You can't see the horizon facing Bridalwood looking back at you. Not even on the highest level of a brown EIFS box. And you'll have money to spare to spend on new things. It's the logical thing to do. Sunny wouldn't look at Hitch. Hitch's sheriff's voice and sheriff face and sheriff eyes. He would keep her safe. He would make sure to tell the most correct thing to do. He would stop her from being foolish. All Sunny said was,
I guess that makes sense. Dad? Are you there?
2 a.m. She was woken by a loud thud. Perhaps it was the pipes expanding again.
But what if...
She stepped cautiously out of the bedroom door.
Dad?
She tripped twice on some dusty books and trinkets lying on the floor. 6 months had passed, and the 10% she didn't have time to clean each day caught up to her. She passed by her reflection in the mirror, barely lit by the moonlight, almost shocking herself with her frizzy bedhead. She took the stairs down. After all, the rope lift didn't have its yearly inspection yet. She realized Hitch had left his power drill on the end table. She picked up the phone to call him, until she realized how late it was. Sunny's head shot up.
Dad? Dad?
Circles. Circles. Her head circled around the room. She ran in erratic circles around the tiny living room like a cat chasing her tail. Maybe she was rejoicing. Keeping everything as it was just before Dad died was working just as she planned, and Dad's spirit had at last returned. Or maybe she was pleading. If Dad was actually there, could he not stop by a little longer?
Please? Please?
Silence. Hearing nothing, Sunny slowly made her way back to her bedroom to get some more sleep. Her eyes drooping to almost fall asleep, she took one step up. She dashed to the photo by the front door, her hooves rattling the old wood floor. The cold sweat of her father's spirit kept her eyes awake. She straightened the picture with her hoof and prostrated before it.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I'll never do it again. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I gave up on my true dream. I played it safe. I swear, I won't listen to the sheriff anymore. I promise, I won't fall for him. I won't do it.
Sunny was a virgin. She felt her throat sting as she caught her breath in the silence.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I won't sell my castle. I won't give in. I won't give in to money and greed. Friendship matters more than a million bits. That's what you want, right? That's what you're trying to tell me, right? Right?
The inside was gathering dust again. The iron railings outside were still rusted. The fresh patches of paint were still clearly visible. The tired wood floor was still covered with splinters, and the furniture was stuck 20 years in the past. These walls were hers. The floor, the ceiling, the furniture, this was her property. Something about that made her feel so powerful. She danced around in the empty halls until she choked from dust.
A royal gala. They had galas like that in Old Equestria, right? Yes, the Grand Galloping Gala! The Grand Galloping Gala, where all the noble ponies would process in their finery, topped with a little chaos at the end per Celestia's whim to liven things up. When you were an alicorn princess, there were no excuses to having fun. None at all. Oh, what fun would that be?
In the darkness, the curtains turned into the flowy princess dress she always dreamt of wearing. The lighthouse top floor, a turret of a grand white marble castle. In the half-awake darkness of 2 a.m., there were no fantasies, no hallucinations, only reality. They were here for her, in her reality. She was the light of the party. She was the idol every pony adored. She was a princess. The princess fell asleep on the hard floor and woke up at noon with a sore back. 2 days later, Hitch gave Sunny a call in the morning. He recommended Short Sale, a local real estate agent in the Bay, to represent Sunny's interests. She and Sunny met a few times at coffee shops in town before agreeing to go tour the property.
Shall we go to the lighthouse now?
Sunny asked Short Sale.
Yeah, let's go see this property you got.
They got off of the tram and walked down the long, winding path towards the 1.4-acre prime beachfront property occupied by an aging lighthouse.
Oh, Sunny, I just wanted to say my condolences on your father's passing.
Dad and her were once acquaintances. From what he briefly said about her, she was in the same cohort as Hitch, willing to be friendly and offer help to them, but still skeptical of their mission for equestrian unity. And Dad held no ill will against Short Sale. Then again, he held no ill will to even his worst enemy.
Only kindness and friendship guarantees the demise of evil.
Sunny wondered if Dad would have said the same thing when developers came knocking at his door. Maybe that's why they never stopped by while he was still alive. They feared his kindness. They feared the one thing that would save them from evil.
Huh? Oh, my hoofness, all right, sweetheart? Took a little tumble there, huh?
Sunny got up after tripping over a tree root.
Oh, goodness, you're bleeding a little. Here, I got an extra bandage in my bag somewhere. No, it's fine.
At that moment, the tree root felt like her worst enemy. She tried to smile at it. Mrs. Sale bandaged Sunny up and they continued their walk, albeit a bit more slowly. As they reached the property line, she pulled out a large metal sign. She'd been carrying it face down in a cart during the whole journey, and hammered it into the ground. The sign read, in bold red lettering, "Private property, no solicitation, no public access beyond this point, do not disturb occupants, trespassers will be removed and prosecuted by law enforcement." Sunny tried to mimic Hitch's play it cool expression, but instead she shuddered.
Don't you think it's a little harsh? Well, that's why you've got all these developers knocking on your door trying to harass you, sweetheart. I was almost shocked when he told me how much of these cold callers were offering you. I can easily get you double, even triple what those swindlers quoted you. I talked with Hitch, sweetie. He's a good kid, and he really does care about you. He said any developer tries to harass you again, give him a call, and he'll take care of it straight away. These developers are sneaky, real sneaky folk, I tell you. You might as well call them half Pegasus. Most of them aren't even from here. They're from Las Pegasus, which was, yep, a Pegasus city before the Earth Ponies took over 2 centuries ago. Say what you may, Sonny, but there's something about their genes, I tell you. Maybe some interbreeding going on, heaven forbid.
She leaned in close to Sunny, placing a hoof on her back.
My point is, darling, high-value inheritance clients are my specialty, Sonny. You can't be too careful. This is like your castle, sweetheart. You gotta protect it if you want it to fall into the right buyer's hooves. My castle, huh?
Sunny smiled. They reached the front door. Sunny rummaged through her saddlebag for the key. The lighthouse towered above the two of them, but Sunny was not intimidated. This was her castle, after all.
Would you like some tea when we get inside?
Short Sale smiled.
Why, of course I would, darling.
Sunny's smile grew wider.
I'm glad.
With Hitch's help, she mopped up and lacquered the wood floor. She sold enough smoothies during a warm spell to afford to hire someone to repaint the entire cast iron exterior.
Yes, this house will sell. Nobody will think me a fool now.
Man, doesn't adulting sound so wonderful? Oh my god, it's the dream! But if you're a person in high school, just enjoy those moments because college and beyond, holy hell. It's fun, but a pain. Anyway, enough of my rambling, and let's get on to our unique donators. Top donators: Jessie Smith, Star630, BadassWaffle, Only One Thing, Ceru, Orion, and IronSky. Matchfuck 109, JockeTF, Dark Rayden, Narwhals, Blackmoonheart, Pastel, Skies, Austin, Rolan, Stu, Hexor, Brother, Mordred, Mica, Lyrae, Runeside, 1952, Will, Chris, Twinkie, Rysel, Shadowmill, Luigi, 88, Chancellor Quest, Big Smoke 369, Bapatch, Chief Murder Princess, J1101, Calidus, and many more awesome people. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and live life to the fullest.